Hello, good morning everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Widia Victoria Bilu. I'm from Group 1 and today I will explanation about theories or paradigm of learning, especially for behaviorism and cognitivism theories. Well, for the first, I will explain about theory behavioristic. According Gang and Berliner are two people who create the behavioristic learning theory. This theory contains change in behavior that occur due to learning experiences. And according to Thorndike, learning is the event of forming association between events called stimulus and response. Next, several things need to be considered when applying behavioristic theory in the learning process. Namely, for point A, teachers' attention to students is very important. Point B, the learning environment must be considered. Point C, prioritize the formation of behavior through practice and preposition. Point D, teachers provide more examples in the form of instructions during teaching. And the last point is, when the teacher sees error, either in material or in students, the teacher will immediately correct it. Next, advantages of behavioristic learning theory. For point A, teachers will get used to being true and sensitive during teaching and learning condition. Point B, teachers often get their students used to learning independently, but when students have difficulty, they just ask the teacher. For the point C, can replace one way of teaching or stimulus with another stimulus until you get what the students accept or respond. And next, disadvantages of behavioristic learning theory. For the point A, not all lessons can use behavioristic learning theory. Point B, teachers are teachers are required to arrange learning materials in a ready form. And the last point C, students tend to be directed to think linearly, convergently, not creatively, and position students as passive students. Next, uh, the next material about cognitive learning theory. In a broad sense, cognition is the process of structuring and using knowledge. Cognitivism learning theory is more concerned with the learning process than learning outcomes themselves. The characteristic of cognitive learning lies in learning to acquire and using representative forms that represent the objects represented or present in someone through responses, ideas, or symbols, all of which are something mental. For example, a person tells of his experiences during a trip abroad after return to his own country. Next, example of applying cognitive learning theory in learning. For the first, teachers can encourage students to discuss the material that has been present. Second, ask students to provide ideas or opinions that they have. And the last, third, and other things that make students continue to move or use logic in learning. Advantages of cognitive learning theory. I have 2 points. Point A, make it easier for students to understand learning material. Point B, students become independent and more creative. And for the disadvantages of cognitive learning theory, I have 2 points also. For the point a theory that cannot be used at all levels of education. For point B, in advanced education, this theory is difficult to apply. Alright, that is my material about theories and paradigm of learning, especially for behaviorism and cognitivism theory. And for the conclusion, behavioristic learning theory states that learning is a change in behavior. A person is considered to be learning if he is able to show change in behavior. The importance of input in the form of stimulus and output in the form of response. Stimulus is anything given by the teachers to students, and response is a reaction or response produced by students to the stimulus given by the teachers. Cognitivsm learning theory is a change in perception and understanding, which does not always take the form of behavior that can be observed and can be measured. So, that's all for my material, and I want to say thank you and good morning.